Hello, my name is Brandon Kemp, and since leaving home in early 2014, I've spent the past 2 years living on board the Logos Hope. It's known as the world's largest floating book fair, but we also have a purpose of bringing knowledge, help, and hope to the different nations of the world. Crewed by 400 people from 60 different countries, we all live in unison with that one mission to see God's kingdom grow across the globe. I started my journey in Asia, where I got to see the spiritual darkness of that region. At first I found it very hard to fit into these cultures that come from centuries of tradition, but along the way I found that the key was to connect with people on the common grounds that you do have. When I was back home, I was barely able to keep up with the cha-cha slide, but after connecting with breakdancers in Japan, performing and preaching to a crowd of over 100 in South Korea, and then just ministering with these kids in Myanmar, I realized that dance would be one of my ways to connect to people on a deeper level. You can imagine that in Asia, I often felt like a chocolate chip in a bowl of yellow grits. But there's this one time when it hit me for the first time in a little house church in the Philippines. And although we were singing in different languages, we looked completely different. I realized then that when you're with your brothers and sisters in Christ, then you really are home. Okay, thank you. Salamat, salamat. As sad as it was to leave Asia behind, it was time to return to the motherland. I feel like I spent some of the best times of my life during this 3 months living in one of the townships in South Africa, ministering with these kids and with the drug addicts that live there. I had one of the biggest shocks of my life when in Madagascar a whole village showed up to watch our 1-hour kids program. And just in case anybody thinks I'm on a cruise, I actually spent 5 to 6 days a week working as a sailor on board the ship, mainly responsible for the firefighting equipment.
Seeing the way that God is chiseling things in my life, so it's nice to come here and reflect.
And bringing a ship, especially one of our age, into port is not the easiest of tasks, and we're often left drowned at the end of the day. Well, everyone but Aki. But needless to say, our job is still amazing. There's also a lot of perks to being out at sea, whether it's from seeing dolphins or whales or even other ships. We had the chance to cross the equator on our way from Sri Lanka to Seychelles. See if you can spot the red line. There's no red line.
Just did.
I just died.
He
tickled you. He tickled you.
No, he took off my laundry and my sarong. He pulled the part where
It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of being in a different country every month, be able to go hiking here, exploring there. But if this is all that's on your mind, you really miss the most amazing part, and that's the people. It's those times when you're able to just sit down and connect with somebody that the real impact happens. I remember from the very start in Thailand, we had the opportunity to go to this area where 30,000 prostitutes worked, and we were able to share our faith with this one woman who with the Buddhist mindset, was already destined to hell in her own mind. So for us to be able to give her that same hope that we have, it was just life-changing for her and for me. Although our ship isn't known as a church, people do know that we're Christians. And over again along the way, I've seen people come just wanting to know more, wanting to find out what it is that we're all about. Like even in Taiwan, where I had a father bring his son, and just before even introducing himself, he just asked, "Tell me about Jesus, I want to know more." And then there's just other times when you just have the chance to sit down and just have a good conversation with somebody over a cup of coffee. For me, these are my highlights. These are the things that really have made the past 2 years amazing and unforgettable. And although it hurts when you go from place to place, always leaving people behind, it still is worth it in the end, because you still have the knowledge that you were able to connect and share about the best friend that we have. But what I want to share with you is the biggest lesson I've learned on the ship, and that's if you put yourself out there, God will use you. If you open yourself up and say, "God, help me make the most out of the situation, help me connect with somebody today," then He's gonna use you one way or the other. So just try and make that your goal for now. Try and make that the next step forward. It's hard to fit 2 years of experience into a 6-minute video, but if you want to get more connected, just shoot me an email at brandon.kemp@gbaships.org, and we can talk more. I can tell you more stories, get you one of my prayer partners, and send you my newsletters. And thank you so much to all of you guys that have already been supporting me and keeping me in your prayers. I couldn't do it without you guys. So that's me. Thank you guys so much for listening, and can't wait to see you all soon.
I don't know what to say, but I gotta go in. I'm going in.
Go Haiti. Go Haiti. Go Haiti.
I'm going.
You done gone in, but get out. Someone else.
I'm going.
Oh.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Oh.
Well, listen, I'm going in because I just finished eating KFC. Yeah, and you can't see me. Chilling in my Ferrari.